This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Latoya Burrows. Coming up in the news, church celebrates 30 years, farewell given to Adventist musician, and retirees retreat. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. Welcome to your Adventist News. I'm Latoya Burrows. Thanks for joining us for this week's broadcast. Under the theme, Ebenezer, Hitherto Hath the Lord Helped Us, September 28th through 29th will long be remembered in the hearts and minds of the members of the Good News Church and the guests who shared in their 30th anniversary celebrations. Dr. Leonard Johnson, the Executive Secretary of the Inter-American Division of Seventh-day Adventists, was the speaker for the Sabbath celebration. He challenged the congregation to hold fast to the profession of their faith during the ups and downs of life, encouraging them to stay in God's will.
The point that I'm making to you, my brothers and sisters, when we talk about Ebenezer, we are talking about God who has helped us, not we who help ourselves. The problem with the church, the problem with some of us, we have the Nebuchadnezzar syndrome. Oh, how I did it. Oh, how I did this. I am the first to accomplish this. I made history. No, you didn't do anything. God would switch off the power. You would be a dead person. Were not for the grace of God, we would not be here. Were not for the kindness of God, we would not have education. Were not for the kindness of God, we would not have clothes on our back.
Pastor Paul Scavala, president of the Adventist Church in the South Bahamas, also spoke to the congregation at one of the worship services. He provided points to ponder from the book of Revelation, chapter 3. The weekend was filled with good singing from several visiting groups, including the group Harmonious Praise, the Praise Reunion Quintet, and the South Bahamas Conference Mass Youth Choir, along with the Good News Praise Team, youth and children's choirs. The members were led to reflect on the impact of the ministries of the church and historical high points over the last 30 years. Present to celebrate with the congregation were former pastors Neville Scavala, H.A. Roach, and Lyndon Williams. Host pastor T. Basil Stirrup thanked all former pastors for the contributions each of them made to the growth and development of the church and shared projections for the next 10 years. The 30th anniversary celebrations will conclude with a gala banquet on December 9th. Congratulations are extended to Pastor T. Basil Stirrup, the officers and members of the Good News Church, and we wish them God's richest blessings as they continue to make a positive difference in the Flamingo Gardens community. On Tuesday, October 2nd, at the Salem Baptist Church on Taylor Street in Nassau, a memorial was held for the late Audrey Dean Wright, music coordinator of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. It was a time for persons throughout the Bahamas to reflect on the life of a musical genius. Last week we paid tribute to Mrs. Wright, who gave dedicated service to our conference, and we wish for the family comfort from God during their time of bereavement. The funeral service was held Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church. 21 persons from the South Bahamas Conference Retirees Association took a one-day retreat to Exuma on September 20th. The highlight of the mission trip was their visit and ministry to some of the senior church members on the island. They sang hymns and prayed with the members to encourage them, and in return were shown appreciation. Gift bags were also presented from the association. They also visited with the principal of L.N. Coakley High School, Don Barr, and congratulated him for his outstanding leadership at the school, and was presented with magazines for the students. The group had a relaxing time together, and they look forward to next year's retreat. After this short break, we'll have the upcoming events in the South Bahamas Conference.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the world of Adventist media.
I'm Laverne Sturb, and this is the Morning Joy Show on Word SBC 88.3 FM.
Welcome once again to Around the Conference. I'm your host, Paul Scavella.
This is your Adventist News,
a service of the South Bahamas Conference
of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Latoya Burrows.
The South Bahamas Conference Media Network is working diligently to keep you spiritually refreshed and enlightened. Our team of workers and volunteers are committed to spreading the gospel in every way, following in the footsteps of the Apostle Paul, who proclaimed, "I have become all things to all people, that I might by all means save some." Through the internet, television, radio, and our weekly news page, the network is building bridges to your homes with our various programming created with you in mind. And we are always looking for new and invigorating ways to produce and upkeep our weekly shows and publications. However, it is not an easy task, and so to our television and radio personalities, camera persons, set designers, and editors, we say thank you. The South Bahamas Conference Media Network is here to connect you to Christ in every way.
Welcome back and thanks for watching our Adventist News. I'm Latoya Burrows. The Health Ministries Department of the Bethany Church, in conjunction with the Health Ministries Department of our conference, will hold a Let's Move to Live Fun Run Walk on Sunday, October 7th at 6:30 in the morning. The route will be from Goodman's Bay to Sandy Port and back. Fruits and water will be provided for all who participate. The Adventist Laymen's Services and Industries, ASI, annual Sabbath service will be held at the Berea Adventist Church on the 13th of October 2018. All are invited to attend for a time of worship and fellowship. The ASI Trade and Business Fair will be held at the gym on Wolf Road on Sunday, October 28th, starting at noon. Booths are still available. Please contact Ian Green at 556-0492 for more information. The next all-night prayer meeting of the South Bahamas Conference Lay Prayer Fellowship will be held October 6th through 7th, 2018 at the Living Faith Seventh-day Adventist Church on Old Trail Road. We begin the Saturday night, October 6th at 9 p.m. and finish on Sunday morning, October 7th at 6 a.m. In this year of the child and adolescent, there will be a joint week of prayer. On October 14th through 19th, the service will start at 7 o'clock nightly. A baptism is planned for the final service on Saturday, October 20th at 11 a.m. All of the services will be held at the Living Faith Church on Old Trail Road under the stewardship emphasis. The National Youth March is scheduled for Sunday, October 7th. All youth are asked to assemble at Clifford Park at 2:15 p.m. in Class A uniform. The Youth Ministries Department announces the airing of Upsurge, a youth program to display our youth. This can be viewed on Hope TV, Channel 658. Upsurge on Mondays with a repeat on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Tune in and support the young people of the conference. For more information on these events and more, visit the conference's website at southbahamasconference.org. See the weekly logos or call our headquarters at 242-341-4021.
October is observed as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is an annual worldwide health campaign organized by breast cancer charities to increase awareness of the disease and to raise funds for research into its cause, prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and cure. During this time, campaigns also seek to offer information and support to those affected by breast cancer. A tumor or lump in the breast can be benign, not dangerous to health, or malignant, has the potential to be dangerous. While benign tumors are not considered cancerous, malignant tumors are cancerous. Left unchecked, malignant cells eventually can spread beyond the original tumor to other parts of the body. The term breast cancer refers to a malignant tumor that has developed from cells in the breast. It is said that the chances of surviving breast cancer increases with early detection. Here are some signs to look out for that may indicate that you have breast cancer and should seek immediate medical attention. Swelling of all or parts of the breast, skin irritation or dimpling, breast pain, nipple pain or the nipple turning inward, redness, scaliness or thickening of the nipple or breast skin, bloody discharge or a lump in the underarm area. And in dispelling the myth of who can develop breast cancer, both men and women can be diagnosed with breast cancer. So if you notice any changes to your breast, you should consult a physician immediately. I'm Felicia Daddis, and this has been your health tip courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network for our news feature from around the world.
Thank you so much for joining us this week.
A devastating 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit the island of Sulawesi on Friday, September 28, the latest in a series of earthquakes affecting the Papua province of Indonesia.
The Indonesia National Disaster Management Agency, or INDM, confirms the death toll has climbed to more than 800 people, with the unconfirmed number of injured and missing civilians continuing to grow.
72 hours after the earthquake, authorities are still attempting to recover more bodies as search and rescue efforts continue. This has now been recognized as the deadliest earthquake registered this year.
INDM has confirmed more than 2 million people were affected by the disaster. According to reports, most fatalities and injuries were caused by falling debris and tsunami waves.
The trembling started Friday when consecutive tremors hit the central Sulawesi province, triggering a 3-meter-high tsunami heading to the shores of Donggala, Palu, and Mamuju.
More than 130 aftershocks were also recorded. 13 districts from the province of Donggala Regency and 8 districts from Palu City were exposed to 6 or 7 degree earthquakes on the modified Mercalli intensity scale.
In just 3 months, Indonesia has experienced several earthquakes, including a 6.9 quake in Lombok in August. Island inhabitants are still trying to recover.
Adventists in the city of Palu were confirmed to be affected by the earthquake. According to local Adventist leaders, several members have died. Some survived by running to a higher elevation.
The Adventist Church in the southern Asia-Pacific region invites everyone to pray for families significantly affected by this earthquake. The church is also finding ways on how to possibly extend assistance to survivors of this tragedy.
The Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, in Indonesia is now closely coordinating with local officials to extend assistance and assess how to attend to over 350,000 civilians in Palu who were affected by this tragedy.
ADRA Indonesia is working closely with local disaster management agencies in conducting rapid assessments to determine primary needs of victims and survivors.
After an assessment, ADRA plans to distribute food, clothing, and makeshift canopies to affected communities in Sulawesi. For more information, visit adra.org.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Please continue to share your news stories or upcoming events with us by emailing them to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com, or feel free to call our media department at 242-341-4021. For a rebroadcast of the Adventist news, please visit the conference website at southbahamasconference.org or on our Facebook page. On behalf of our production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. I'm Latoya Burrows. Have a happy Sabbath.